isn't the whole thing about science, isn't it constantly being tested?
Yeah.
And therefore, the definition of what it is, fill in the blank, is constantly changing, right? I mean, we see that with everything. Because is he going to make the case that the Earth, that the sun revolves around the Earth, right? As was the case. No, science discovered that's not the case.
Yes.
Because it's changing, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
And the opinions, the medical opinions of this vaccine, this treatment, those are constantly changing just in the past 8 months that they've been available, dude. It's all just, I can't, this guy.
Well, Fauci himself talked about the evolution of science.
Everything.
Just a week or so ago.
Well, constantly, right? He keeps changing his mind on everything. Their savior.
Do we have that clip where he talked about the fact that science evolves, changes? Maybe you don't have that at the ready. But, I mean, the guy's been wrong so many times.
Made a career out of it.
About so many things. Clear back in 2003, there was a doctor calling him out.
And it goes a little something like this.
We hear from a physician in Durham, North Carolina. Good morning.
Cool. Here we go.
Hi, good morning, Dr. Fauci.
Good morning.
And, Pedro. You've been at the NIH a pretty long time, and it seems to me that during your tenure, our ability to control infectious diseases hasn't improved, but in fact worsened. And even basic health tips such as you can't use antibiotics to treat viral infections has not been adequately communicated to the public because, for instance, people will come in demanding an antibiotic for a common cold, or any other viral infection, which has certainly served to create more resistant strains. Not saying that this has anything to do with this particular SARS epidemic, but don't you think it's time that you step down and let someone else who has a more effective message?
Actually, no.
Well, she was ahead of the curve. 2003. Now that honestly, I gotta be honest here. That may have been your best Fauci impersonation ever, right there. Let's hear that again. Yeah.
No.
I saw it over the weekend. Steven Crowder tweeted this out. I haven't looked this up myself, but he quoted Fauci from 1983. Quote, this is Fauci talking. It's possible that routine contact in a family household can spread AIDS.
Oh, my gosh.
He
Really?
also said AIDS could be airborne.
In 83? Wow. Okay.
The guy
Wow.
is in the wrong line of work. He has made a career from just sucking at every turn.
And look how respected he still is.
Right? Look, he screwed
the
up
left
AIDS.
Worships him.
Yes, he screwed up AIDS. The testing done on kids without their knowledge with the AIDS drugs. You've got this lady calling him out on SARS.
Right.
What else did he screwed up something else? Oh gosh. Remember the baby scalps? He acts like he has no knowledge of that, and the babies would have to be alive for the hair to still be growing, and then before they transplant them to rats. The guy's evil. He just is. And now he is worshipped over this COVID thing that he's gotten wrong and changed his opinion every 6 weeks. I can't understand this guy. You called it from the very beginning, from the first time this guy opened his mouth on COVID. You were like, something about this guy I don't like. But yeah, he sucks.
The proof of the pudding is in eating.
The proof is in the pudding and the eating. Speaking of that guy, our fearless leader.
Oh no. What?
Just celebrated Juneteenth over the weekend, right?
Oh yeah, he
Saturday.
made it. He signed it into federal law.
And it was it Friday, Thursday, or Friday? He made it federal law.
I don't know because my mail came both days, Friday and Saturday. So I don't understand how that happened.
Oh
but okay.
boy. Oh boy.
So
You've already violated your federal holiday of Juneteenth?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So yeah. But
The interesting thing about him signing it into law that it's a federal holiday.
he's passionate about it, Pat.
He's really passionate. That shows you how passionate. This must have been a long-standing feeling deep within him, in his heart, in his mind, in his bones, in the marrow of his bones. He felt this.
He's been in elective office for half a
50
century.
years.
Yeah, so he's constantly trying to get this thing to pass through.
Yeah, I bet you in 72 he was probably talking about Juneteenth becoming a national holiday. Finally, he got it done. And here's what he had to say about Juneteenth last year, just to show you how passionate he is.
Talking about
it.
Trump, right?
He's going down to Texas on Juneteenth, right? The first major massacre, literally speaking, of the Black Wall Street, right? Years ago.
No, not right. So he didn't know what Juneteenth was.
Not a clue.
Last year. He had no idea what it was. And
not a clue.
Now it's important enough to him to make it a national holiday.
The thing I love about this clip is not only shows that he has absolutely no clue what he's talking about when he conflates Tulsa and Juneteenth, but this was about the 3-week period in June of 2020 where he thought it was hip to dangle his mask off his ear so he could still virtue signal without actually covering his mouth. Let's see that again. Look at this.
Going down to Texas.
That's a good look. That dangle right there.
The first major massacre.
Right, look at that. Turns his head. Dangle, dangle.
Black Wall Street. Right? Years ago.
Black Wall Street. No, that's not what it is. There, bud. That's not what it is.
He sucks.
Oh, that's the worst.
Who sucks more, Biden or Fauci?
Not Biden. I think Biden. They're close, but Biden.
That's tough, dude. You know it's tough.
I mean, Biden has more say. Biden has more power to do things in our lives, but they're both bad.
But Biden will do anything Fauci says.
Yeah, that's probably true too.
Oh, that's a pat poll for later.